Yes. So I'll be recording the session. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Sergeant
let
at
us start.
Arms. Let's start the meeting.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Jijo George, and I will be the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the 46th meeting of our Dreamweavers Toastmaster Club. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules which we follow in our Toastmaster meetings. Please turn off your mobile phones or put them on silent mode. As Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics, so please refrain from discussing these topics. Now, as our meetings are happening online because of this pandemic, so the ground rules can be as mentioned. Please put yourself on mute if you are not speaking. Please turn off your video if you are not stepping out, if you are stepping out of the meeting. As everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goals, likewise, our Toastmaster Club also has a mission. The mission of our Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I announce this meeting is open and I hand over the stage to our President, TM Kabiruddin. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms, Jijo. You always start with a wonderful feeling to us, giving the mission statement. It's always a learning for us. And going back, what COVID has actually taught us, for me especially, I would say that you need to connect people. You need to build relationship with people, because this is the time where I've noticed somebody ill and he needs to have someone to look after him, to take him to the hospital, or to ask him at least how is he doing, how is he not doing. We don't ask about how much money he has, but we ask about how good he is, how is his health, was he infected, was he positive. There are many things negative side of it, but connecting people is the most important thing. And this is also one part of human tendency, that what happened in the previous civilization when the early man was there. They tried to connect to each other. They stayed in groups, fearing about the dangerous animals which were there in the forest. So Toastmaster is also one of the platform. I'm connecting with you, you are connecting with me, we are connecting with different clubs around. So we are socializing each other. Let's carry forward this learning. And I would like to introduce one of our key members today in our club, Toastmaster Syed, who's very dynamic. He's also IT professional, by the way. He connects us to the internet. Probably he'll show us how do we get connected to each other. So with this, I would like to introduce the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Syed. Mic is yours.
Thank you, President, and welcome. Good evening. Namaste. Assalamu alaikum to everyone around here at the club. Connecting people. So we do have ladies also. No? Okay. So ladies and gentlemen and fellow Toastmasters. Connecting, connection has always been since before times, BC, AD. Whenever like young fellow like me talks about connections, we always think of our teenage time. During our times, we say connections. My time, there never used to be what you call all this social media and all this platform. My only means of connections was like textbooks and notebooks, hidden notes in the textbooks. Those days were really wonderful. So the theme of mine today is also connecting, taking on a lighter, this connecting people. This is actually a tagline of one of the, I would say, like the best companies ever, that was there, Nokia. This was their tagline, connecting people. And I would say, like, maybe not for the younger generation who all are here, but for like my old uncle type people, I believe Nokia was all the best phone ever. My first phone was also Nokia. It raised to an height, and then disaster happened. Everything goes up, comes down. That's normal life. That's life. Alhamdulillah. We need to go on. Huh. You know, today I feel bad also a way like, see, Nokia started with the phone. The first phone, it was like almost 10 kg of weight. I feel they would have managed the weight. No, my son would have not been carrying the phone up in the hand. I would have been so pleasant. He would have left the classes. Papa, phone is very heavy. I cannot carry. But anyways, technology is there. There are even many good things for about this technology and the other stuff. Going further, like now today, technology has gone to such an extent. I feel like the global warming is happening because of all our social media apps. you know just few days before, you might have noticed, like, earthquake, a small tweet, a small Facebook thing. Oh my god, one guy is just, my building is shaking, I can feel the earthquake. Guys, did you feel the earthquake? Did you feel the earthquake? Man, I'm sitting here at my home, I'm just thinking, man, the building is shaking, you are shaking, better run instead of tweeting. What are you doing? You're waiting to die? Okay. Anyways, so let's take this meeting further to the next level. So we are all every Toastmaster meetings is divided into 5 stages. The first, the president comes and he introduces the guest, and we are here on the first stage. The next comes the prepared speeches, where uh, Toast members, fellow speakers, they give the speech. The third one is the table topic session. The fourth one is the evaluation, and the fifth one is the business segment, where if there are any important announcement or such goes on. So me, before going to the first section, before inviting all the role players, like to add few more lighter notes on this connecting people. Nowadays, if you need to know me, you need not go through my profile, through me, have an interview or anything. You can just log into my Facebook, and just seeing my DP, you understand what type of people I am. Nowadays many things are happening. Like, uh, it's like my dad is like a banyan tree, roots beneath, and all the leaves like here. If you like your dad, please press like. Man, what is this? I love my dad, but I don't like you, so I will not like you. Anyways, going further to the session, let's call on the role players. I would like, so today, uh, I would like to introduce the timer for the day, who is none other than our Toastmaster President, Kabiruddin. So, Toastmaster Kabiruddin, kindly come up and explain your roles for today.
Sure, Toastmaster Syed. Just 1 second, give me a second.
Sure, Toastmaster Kabiruddin.
Yes, as the Toastmaster of the day has already said that we have prepared speeches, and the prepared speeches, the timelines are 5 to 7 minutes. So at fifth minute, I'll be showing this green, and just let me know if you can see the green symbol.
We cannot see you. Your camera is not working, I guess. We
Camera
cannot
is
see you.
not working. Just 1 second. Yep.
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah,
Can
now,
you see the
We
yeah.
can
green?
see you now.
Yes.
Yes.
So at fifth minute, I'll be showing the green background. At 6th minute, I'll be showing the yellow background. And at 7th minute, I'll be showing the red background. And during your speeches, I'll be showing this timer background, which you can pin me so that you don't lose out of time. We will be having 30 seconds extra grace time above the 7th minute. So this will be the thing: 5, 6, 7, green, yellow, red. with 30 seconds extra grace time. So I would request you all to pin me. My video will be available like this from now. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kabiruddin. So, sure, fellow speakers who all are going to have your speech, don't forget to pin Toastmaster Kabiruddin. So, just let me just peep in like Toastmaster. I think so. Do we have all our speakers in here today? I see all the speakers and the evaluators are here today.
Yes, we have
I
all the speakers. There'll be one evaluator, Miss Toastmaster Priyadarshan, who will be joining us soon.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Anyways, so continuing to our meeting. So our counter. This is something really, really important. Today, this role will be taken by Toastmaster Mustafa. Me, myself, like before coming to this Toastmaster club, I used to say lots of, stop. Like right now, I have lot developed better, but see, I'm stopping. So this is what ums that makes you. I can make mistakes here in this Toastmaster, in this journey. But when I'm in my professional, when I do have all the big people around me, I cannot afford to make a mistake. So take to help us improve this ahs, ums, and the hidden faces like that makes your speech like interrupted. So this role will be taken by Toastmaster Mustafa. So Toastmaster Mustafa, can you kindly come up and explain your role to the audience, please? Are you in,
We can
Toastmaster
we
Mustafa?
cannot hear you. We cannot hear you, Mustafa.
Toastmaster Mustafa, are you there? We cannot hear you. Might be your mic is muted.
No,
Might be mic.
his mic is not muted. We cannot see the mute sign.
Yeah,
His
one.
mic is not muted.
But it's not working.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, we
No,
can
okay,
hear you now.
we can hear you
Yeah,
now.
it's
We
working.
can hear.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Today, the purpose of the R counter is to note down words and sounds that are false fillers by the speaker. As the theme of the day is the connecting people, so I'll catch all the reconnecting moments and try to eliminate them. So I'll give my report at the end of the day when I will be called upon at the end of the meeting. Thank you. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mustafa, for that wonderful thing. You actually got connected. It was a bit low. It happens in life, you know. Chalte chalte ho jata. It happens. So going next
It's
to our
connecting.
grammarian. So today, the grammarian role is taken by Toastmaster Murtaza. So to you, Toastmaster Murtaza, let's have what is the word for the day. Keep it a easy word. So I want to do the maximum hits for today. To you, Toastmaster Murtaza.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, Toastmasters of the day, and my dear friends. As the grammarian, I would like to introduce word of the day, affinity. It's affinity, meaning a feeling of closeness and understanding that someone has for another person of their similar qualities, ideas, or interest. Usage example of usage would be in Toastmasters, we have great affinity between members. Also, I shall note the good usage of English language and grammatical errors. I will present my report before the conclusion of the meeting when I will be called. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Murtaza. I'm affinity to have you all here as my friends and as a fellow Toastmaster and being in this club, the Dream Weavers. So I'm calling here none other than Toastmaster Rasi. Like she has been always there supporting in all of our meetings so far. Today she will be taking role as a general evaluator. So Toastmaster Asil, I would like to share your secret also. She has a sweet tooth. So to you, Toastmaster Asil, can you have you up here?
Yes, thank you. It was Job Daniel who asked me to play the role as the general evaluator. My role is to keep an eye on the meeting and and take over the evaluation segment. And if I have any areas of improvement or feedback, I will mention it when my turn comes up. I already started collecting my notes, but you'll only hear it when I deliver my feedback.
Thank you, Toastmaster Seal. So before let's moving further, today being the theme connecting people, I would see wonderful. Wow, we have two guests here today, Toastmaster Mohan and Toastmaster Priyadarshan. Hello, can you hear me, guest? Toastmaster
Hi.
Mohan and Toastmaster. Hi, Toastmaster Mohan. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm Silambarasan Mohan.
Okay.
Few people, it's difficult to pronounce my name. Call me Simbu.
Simbu. Simbu the tiger.
Not, not Simba. Simbu. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So Toastmaster Simbu, it's pleasure you are here. So tell us about yourself. Today the topic itself is connecting people. Feel free. We
Yeah.
all are your we all your friends. Nothing's what you call professional. It's like a going thing. So we can see you also.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
How are things going there? You're in where you work, Simbu?
I just introduced myself. Thank you, Job Daniel, to invite me this job. Sorry, Toastmaster. I'm working in NBK as a solution architect.
Wow.
Since 10 years in Kuwait. Now I'm in a position of leading a team or something. So because I'm technically quite strong, but communication is, I can able to communicate my things, but I want to improve to lead, going to achieve next role, that kind of thing. Maybe what I'm speaking is wrong, but I want to improve communication as well. That's why I joined.
Simbu, what you're doing is like far better than what I was doing. Trust me, you are fully confident. You're right here in front of us. A little more, what you call, up and like little more training, you'll have a mentor. Inshallah, you'll be the best. Maybe you can win the Toastmaster champions maybe this year, hopefully.
Thank you.
So Simbu, you work in NBK. So can you give me some secret account numbers? So I become rich?
Yeah, of course. Of course, who are the Toastmasters, their mentors who are performing well, I can give you some gift cards.
Wonderful. So welcome to Dream Viewers. So we have, thank you, Simbu. I hope you enjoy the meeting.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
is Toastmaster Priyadarshan also here? Can we have him?
Yes. Hi. Hi, Toastmaster Syed. How are you?
I'm good.
I was invited by. Pardon? Please go ahead.
No, fine. See, you're our guest, so the podium is all yours.
Thank you. I was invited by Job Daniel. So today I'll be one of the evaluator for the Kabir speech. So I'm from Mangaf Communicators, currently serving as a VP Education. So, and kind of I'm relatively new to Toastmasters because my most of Toastmasters journey went with COVID. So my physical meeting experience was hardly like 3 to 4 meetings. So I feel pretty much still amateur with Toastmasters. That's it for now.
No worries. Where do you work, Priyadarshan? You also in the bank?
No,
so we have lots of money.
Unfortunately, no. I work in oil. I can get you oil.
Okay. No worries. When I'm traveling, maybe I can just carry, Thank you, Toastmaster Priyadarshan.
The problem is I have crude oil.
Oh, anyways. Thank you, Toastmaster Priyadarshan. Nowadays, when I was just logging into social media, I just see when you said oil, people are just like saying like, guys, I'm not buying a car. They ask like, why? Before I need a loan to buy a car, now I need a loan to buy petrol also. So anyways, continue with the meeting. So let's go to our next segment. Introduction. The next segment is just what you call the prepared speeches. So I would want to bring in Toastmaster Jijo, who will be evaluating our speaker, Toastmaster Mustafa. So Toastmaster Jijo, can you come in and kindly explain his title and the other stuff for our first speaker, Toastmaster Mustafa? Jijo, the podium is yours.
Thank you, TMOD. TM Syed. Today, our member TM Mustafa is going to present his researching and presenting, embarking on his level 1 project for presentation mastery. The purpose of this is this project is for the member to learn and review basic research method and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Thank you.
So, our first speaker, Toastmaster Mustafa, are you ready to put the stage on fire and connect us? Are you there?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. And you look handsome
Can I have
also.
Can I have the access to share my screen, please?
Yes, sure, I'll do that. Can we just have a look at it, Toastmaster Mustafa?
Yes, thank you. Humor is the shortest road from one person to another, according to George Wallingsy, a French cartoonist. Good evening, distinguished Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Before I begin, I would like you all to guess the actor here. Can you guess?
Superman.
Sorry?
Superman.
The actor.
No.
It's the Bollywood actor Govinda.
Oh,
Okay, moving on. What is the meaning of humor? The meaning of humor is the quality in something that makes it funny or the ability to laugh at things that are funny. According to the history, in the 16th century, Martin Luther used a form of humor therapy as a part of his pastoral counseling for depressed people. He advised them not to isolate themselves but to surround themselves with friends who could joke and make them laugh. Many of Luther's own letters to other people include playful and humorous remarks. Going forward, what are the types? There are many types. I've discussed with you four of them. First is the surreal. The surreal, in this kind of humor, the illogical things are made logical to make people laugh. It's the situational comedy. The second thing is physical humor. In this, the, the performer uses the physical movements to make people laugh. The third is dark humor. This is kind of a humor where the subject is usually taboo, which is used to make people laugh. The fourth and the final one is self-depreciating. In this, the performer insults or make jokes of himself to make people laugh. Now let's look at the example of them. First is the surreal. The next one is physical. The next one is the dark comedy. Here a man walks up to a library and say, "Hello sir, I would like to borrow a book called How to Commit Suicide." The librarian bluntly rejects and say, "No, you won't return it back." Now moving forward to the fourth example. First, I would like to discuss my story. When I began my career 7 years ago, my only dream was to become more richer than Mr. Ambani, the chairman of Reliance. So I worked harder and harder and harder. And all my work, hard work, passion, dedication, and sacrifices finally paid off as I became richer than Ambani. You know how? Here's the proof. Anil Ambani's net worth is zero. from 42 billion. So that means I'm richer than Anil Ambani, not Mukesh Ambani. So that is unfortunately self-depreciating humor for me. Now let's move on to the benefits of humor. There are many benefits, but I would say and discuss three of them. First is physical. It reduces pain, it boosts our heart rate, it boosts our immunity, it helps us have a good sleep. The second is psychological advantages. In this, it helps us improve our memory. It helps us reduce our stress. It also helps in fighting the most one of the most dangerous problem now, depression. And the third and the most important is social. It improves communication. It helps people in breaking ice and increasing the affinity between the people and get socialized. Now, I would like to show you one example. Imagine I and Mr. President Kabiruddin meet in person, and our interaction would be, good evening. So, this Mr. Kabiruddin says, good evening, Toastmaster Mustafa. Great to meet you in person. All the best for your speech. And I reply, thank you, President. All the best to you too. And that's it. Nothing else. Very boring, right? So let's have another version. In this, President Kabiruddin says, hi, Mustafa. You had taken my award last time, but I won't be letting you take this time. And my reply would be, I'm planning to steal it from you tonight as well. So I think I recommend you this way to break the ice. Before I conclude, now I would like to show you a self-defense technique so that you can defend yourself, because only Toastmaster Virendra in our group knows self-defense. So the self-defense technique will be enacted by none other than Rajnikant. I would like to conclude by quoting Charlie Chaplin, a day without humor is a day wasted. Thank you. Over to you, TMOD.
Wonderful, wonderful Toastmaster Mustafa. That was very good. But I feel sad you added only Toastmaster President in the what you call the speech. Okay. To all the Toastmasters and fellow
It
members,
will be added
one,
very soon.
inshallah, kindly 1 minute of the time to add your what you call feedback for Toastmaster Mustafa in the chat session, please. So, okay, I'm back here. So, before going to our next speaker, I would like today's topic was connecting people. I stole this tagline from Nokia, so like to tell something about Nokia also. Nokia, during those days, it was one of the toppest. So all of a sudden, what happened? Why it got lost into the darkness? What happened? Do you think like Nokia did not have a team? They did not have the R&D department, the research and the developing department who could guide them and say, no, Nokia, you're doing wrong. We need to come up with this, that. No, everything was right. Everything was going well. But the only mistake that they were doing was the theme was connecting people, but they were not actually connecting people. Ask me why. Why? Because, to survive, we need an ecosystem. So here, what was happening? Android was building its own ecosystem. iOS was developing its own ecosystem. Apps were getting developed on Android. Apps were getting developed on what you call the iOS. But Nokia on itself was saying like, no, I have a very smartphone. Good, they had a smartphone, strong as a brick, but you were not going as per your tagline, communicating people. So, and the other hand, like Nokia was getting bigger and bigger. Before it was like a small car. When it started, it was like a racing car going, beating everyone. Like out of the 40 phones, 30 were the top models for Nokia, and other 10 will belong to Sony or Samsung, anything. But here, what was happening as Nokia was getting bigger, side by side, now Nokia has become a very big truck. So to turn and stuff, it was taking a longer time. But on the other side, like Samsung, things were like a small car getting away into the emerging markets like India and China. So let's continue the story ahead. So now I would like to bring in Toastmaster Hussein, who is our next evaluator. So he will be evaluating Toastmaster Murtaza. So if Toastmaster Hussein, the podium is yours. Kindly come up and give the title and the description for Toastmaster Murtaza. To you, Toastmaster Hussein.
Thank you so much, TMOD Syed. And today my target speaker will be a dynamic speaker, Toastmaster Murtaza. He will be embarking on his Pathways Innovative Planning, Level 2, Project 1. The purpose of his speech is for the member to learn about different leadership styles and identify their primary style. His speech title is Octagon Styles. Sounds interesting. So all the best, Toastmaster Murtaza. Over to you, TMOD.
Toastmaster Hussein, wow, you look today a fan of Nokia. I love you.
Thank you. I like
Okay.
collective people.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Toastmaster Murtaza,
Yeah,
interesting title. If you're ready, so the
yeah, I'm
stage
ready.
is yours.
Yeah. Am I audible?
You are audible. Okay,
Nice.
so you have pinned the timer.
Yeah, I pinned it up.
Okay, so here you go.
Yeah. Leadership is combination of set of skills. I repeat, leadership is all about combination of set of skills. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, Toastmasters of the day, and my dear friends. Hope you are all enjoying this meeting and having amazing time. I'm Murtaza Yusuf Ali, and today I'm here to talk to you about leadership style. But before going into leadership style, I would like to highlight or give a brief about importance of leadership. I'm sure here we all recognize and understand importance of leadership. I believe as human, whatever we have achieved or made advancement, one prime reason is definitely effective leadership. I'm sure we all understand here. It is said an army of sheep led by lion can defeat an army of lion led by sheep. I repeat, an army of sheep led by lion can defeat an army of lion led by sheep. So I'm sure we all here understand how important leadership is. Now let's talk about leadership style. For my Toastmaster project, I was asked by Toastmaster to fill a survey or different questions. When I did all this and then I submitted the report, I got my report. I was really surprised, and I must admit and I must tell you all that Toastmaster is really a learning experience. Every day I get to learn something new from Toastmasters. This was the first ever time that I came across leadership styles. I'm not a management student and I'm not very well versed in management. So I got to know about leadership style from Toastmasters. After learning about that, I decided to do some research, and I came up with the answer that there are different 8 types of leadership styles. as my title suggests, octagon styles, 8 different styles. So let's dissect one by one. Number one, democratic. A democratic leader, as it sounds by its name itself, work by conscientious decision making. He involves all his team in his decision making process. He works by majority. Number two, affiliative. This kind of leader, he focuses on teamwork and team harmony. Number three, authoritative. This kind of the leader, he set the end terms goal and focuses his team to attain that. Number four, altruistic. This kind of leader, he focuses on individual. He exercises his leadership by active listening and showing empathy to his team or subordinates. Number fifth, coaching. This kind of leader, they are generally well experienced or well versed in their particular field. They lead by an example and they give training to their team. Number six, bureaucratic. This kind of leader, they are really rigid. They set the rules and all their members got to abide by the rules. Number seven, pace setting. This kind of leader, they focuses on productivity. Their primary focus is on productivity. They expect their team to cover the project or complete the project within the time frame. Last but not the least, innovative. This kind of leaders, they encourages, nurtures their team to come with different ideas, to come up with the different innovative methods. So basically, these are different 8 types of leadership styles. Now you all must be wondering that why it is so important, why and what kind you and I belong to it. Well, I was really surprised after filling the survey. Toastmaster did not tell me that what kind of leadership style I belong to. It didn't tell me that I belong to so and so. What it came up with the results by giving me the numbers on different, like on the scale, on different type of leadership style. Democratic, highest being number 20, and then a different style. I did more research. I got curious, and I got to understand this, how I interpreted this. I will talk about my leadership style now. See, the thing is, we cannot be one kind of leader. I will give you with an example. Before some time, I was in my workplace and I was discussing an important matter with my team. We were to work on an important project. I took the ideas of all my team. I was trying to be a democratic leader. I was trying to accept their opinions, nurture their innovative ideas. So I was a bit democratic and innovative. Few days back, I was helping my daughter Zahara to learn how to ride cycle. Of course, I do know how to ride a cycle, so I was basically coaching her. So that time, I was acting a coach. I was not being democratic or I was not giving her an option. I was just giving clear instruction that how she should be doing it. So in life, I feel that we cannot be a particular type of the leader. It's all about switching, depending on the type of the people we are dealing and depending on situations. It's really a skill. And that's what makes a leader an effective leader. These leadership styles, we have to choose from time to time. From this style to that style, it all depends in what setup we are, with whom we are dealing, and what situations we are in. And there lies our skills. All the major leaders, all the effective leaders, name a leader and they know how to deal with it. In our society, right from our class, when we go to school to highest position, we all need leaders in all our setup. Our society is truly based on leadership style. Wherever you go, you need to have a leadership or hierarchy, and all the leaders understand this. So my crux of today's speech is we cannot be a particular type of leader. We have to switch from one type to another type, depending on the people and depending on situation. I would now like to conclude my speech from where I started, that leadership is combination of set of skills, and it's all about switching from one to another. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Toastmaster Murtaza. we are affinitive. Grammarian, I'm using the word affinitive. Toastmaster Murtaza, we are affinitive to have you here in this club. Trust me, Toastmaster Mustafa, like even like me joining Toastmaster Club, I had like less idea about leadership. What I was thinking, like there was a class leader, they were politicians, only this. But here the Toastmaster has taught me a lot. So to all the members, kindly take 1 minute of time to give feedback to Toastmaster Murtaza's speech. So fellow Toastmasters, your Toastmaster of the day is back here again. Okay, before going to our next speaker, president, he's the president of our club. So we had some good things about leadership. So continuing on the drop down of Nokia, they were like, it's written in some Forbes magazine and other stuff also. Like at that time, the CEO of the company, his name was like Elon, I forgot the name. Anyways, he was also one of the responsible person to bring the company down. So leadership also plays a very important role. If you don't have an efficient leader, whatever the heights of a company, decision making can come down. Nokia, because of a not efficient leader, came down to its death. So now, I would like to call on Toastmaster Priyadarshan. Toastmaster Priyadarshan, who is also a vice president for another club. So he will be evaluating today our president, Toastmaster Kabiruddin. So Toastmaster Priyadarshan, the podium is yours. Toastmaster Priyadarshan, can you hear me? I think so. You're muted.
Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, you're fine. Fine.
Sorry.
I could see our president getting ready. So best of luck, President.
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Also, as a timer for the current meeting, I would just inform that I would be on the speech, and Toastmaster Jijo will take up the role of the timer for me.
Wonderful. So Jijo, you have set up, no? Okay, wonderful. Thank you for the coordination. Toastmaster Kabiruddin, I can see your biceps. You also look strong today. For this, have you prepared for the speech today?
I'm actually trying out new ways of mastery. So this is a impromptu speech for me. I just took up the meeting. I thought, let me not prepare it and start doing it, because this is my role in the office. So I don't know what to do when I'm with the customers. I just get random questions, so I need to talk about it.
Okay. So Toastmaster Priyadarshan, if you're ready, can you have it in, please? Hello, I think so. Toastmaster Priyadarshan, you're no worries. Take your time. You're muted, but just to inform you. So until then, we can have some other. Okay, let me until Toastmaster Priyadarshan is ready. So fellow Toastmasters, I would like to tell you connecting people. There are benefits also for of this social media. So Toastmaster Kabiruddin, can you ask me what is the benefit?
I would be highly affinitive to hear about it. What are the benefits? Because I believe in connecting people.
Okay. You know what happened? Earlier,
I will also
my
ask, what is the benefit of social media?
wonderful, wonderful. Before my mother-in-law, my what you call my mother and my mother-in-law, when they were not into the social media, not into the Facebook, they were always judging me and my wife. Why you're wearing this? What is this? What is this style? Chidi, 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 many things. But now, once I introduce my mother, my wife introduced her mother to the social media. Now they don't judge only us; they judge all the wives. So this is very benefiting to me. Alhamdulillah. So just introduce your mother and mother-in-laws to social media, so you can you're like the time when you go home, it will be like heaven. Alhamdulillah. So I think
So
so.
you're bridging the
Toastmaster.
balance between them.
Okay, so Toastmaster Priyadarshan is ready. So let's have him in.
First of all, I apologize. Some urgent and office call, so I can't avoid. So, as today we have a target speaker, Dreamweaver's president, Mr. Kabir. So, the purpose he's doing his presentation mastery, level 2, project 2, introduction to Toastmaster mentoring. The purpose of this project is he need to define how the Toastmaster envisions the mentoring, and he also explain the fellow members how does the previous experience as a protege it helped him in way of developing, in way of learning new things as not necessarily in Toastmaster, it might be of his previous experience as well. So Toastmaster Kabir, all the best. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
So
Thank you,
Toastmaster
my valued sir.
president,
Yes.
you're ready. So the stage is yours to you.
Just let me know if my voice is audible and I'm fitting in the frame.
Loud and clear.
Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, team, for the thumbs up. Who are the fans of cricket? Just raise your hands. Wow. And who follow football? Just raise your hands. Okay. But any game you take, you'll find the team players who actually play, and also you'll find a guy who calls himself a coach who trains them. You'll never find a team where you'll find the team players, batsmen, bowlers, fielders, wicketkeeper, along with the mentor, but you'll find a coach. Before me, Toastmaster Murtaza had explained a very nice topic about leadership. But that leadership comes into picture when somebody is there to guide you. And when you start working, you get to hear these two words. Sometimes you get to call as a mentor, sometimes you get to call as a coach. What is his actual difference? Do you all know? Might not be, because for me, these are the two same things. They share same goals, It's like coaching someone, it's like mentoring someone. They might be sounding same, but there is a key differentiator why the cricket team doesn't have a mentor, but they have a coach. Why a colleague working in the office has a mentor, but doesn't have a coach. This is the most important point. Let me take with you my example. I joined an organization back in 2010 called General Electric. I started to work after completing all my studies. Well to work now. So I enter the office. They say, okay, this is your manager who will be guiding you, not coaching you, who will be guiding you. There are some, team around you who will actually mentor you how to get around things done. That is where I got to know that there is someone called mentor, there is someone called coach. Again, when I joined Toastmasters, I got to know that Toastmaster DTM Allen came and told you, Kabir, I'll be a mentor for you. I said, why not coach? No, I'll be a mentor for you because I can't dedicate time on you. You ask me time to time things, if I'm available, I'll be there to help you. So the major difference is coaching actually takes the coachee who's there, the target audience, gives him the complete ownership. If I'm the coachee, and somebody is coaching me, I'll take the complete ownership to learn it. He will be guiding me with all that formulas, principles, everything. This is what you have to do. This is what you don't have to do it. Whereas the same DTM Alan Paul, he's now mentoring me. He would say that, Kabir, are you prepared? You need to give a speech for 5 to 7 minutes. This is your timeline. He will never tell me that your speech has to be this, your speech has to be this. He says, give it a try. Let's see, how do you do it? So that's mentoring. That's advisory. You say consultancy, advising. It's as if you're advising some clients, assisting someone. So these are the two key differentiators of coach and mentors. That's why a cricket team doesn't have a coach. If the cricket team had mentors, everyone would have played their own game. But coach, when to use a coach? You want them to be highly skilled. The batsmen have to be highly skilled batsmen. The bowlers have to be highly skilled bowlers. Your target is fixed. Your goal is fixed. So the coach actually guides them to that level. The mentor says, okay, do it. Let me see. I'll give you a feedback. But on feedback, we don't win games. So this is a part of a coach. The target is set. The pitch is there. He guides them. He coaches them. He trains them. This is very important. You are running a business and you bring in an employee. You want him to be aligned with your office as fast as possible. This is your rules. This is your methods. You have to do this. You have to work on this. So you are actually coaching him to be aligned because you have a short time frame for him to be ready. If it was mentoring, he says, okay, come on, this is your car. Go out on the field, start bringing business. Wherever you need support, let me know. I'll give you feedback on it, how to improve. That is mentoring. You're actually trying to, give knowledge to the guy that this is what has to be done. So, fellow Toastmasters, we all have come in our life such a long that we are now working, earning. We had coaches back in schools as teachers who were actually having a syllabus, who were guiding us. You need to be point to point reading these syllabus. If we had mentors over there, imagine our situation. I would have written some answer. What is science? For me, science is something to be involving physics. For somebody else, it would have been something involving biology or zoology. We would have been running in different ideas. So when we are in Toastmasters platform, I would encourage with one final comment, one final learning that I learned it. I want to share it with you. Is that you lack somewhere and you want to develop it. Mentoring doesn't help you. So catch on to someone whom you feel that, yes, he's good to cover up my areas of improvement. So who becomes a coach for you? But now you are full-fledged doing it and you need feedbacks for improvement. If you need feedbacks for improvement, try to follow someone who can mentor you. And if you are currently in Toastmasters without a coach and a mentor, I would highly recommend you right after this meeting, find a suitable candidate, follow a leader, and try to ping him, work with him to be your coach or mentor. With this, I would like to present my meeting and back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Toastmaster Kabiruddin, that was really what you call dhakkan khol diya, the lid, like the Pepsi can open up and it's all out when you add Mentos. That kind of speech it was. Wonderful, Matt. It's one of the best
Thank you.
speeches I've heard so far. So, fellow Toastmasters, kindly feedbacks on the chat session. So I'm back here again. So timer. So we do have here 2 timers. Can you just let us know whether all the 3 speakers are qualified?
Yes, TM Kabiruddin has qualified it. He took 6 minutes and 25 seconds actually.
Wonderful then. So our
No,
main timer.
Yeah, from the main timer, yes. Toastmaster Mustafa and Toastmaster Murtaza both have qualified. Murtaza was close to 7 minutes, 3 seconds odd, and Toastmaster Mustafa was around 6 minutes.
Okay. So can we have the polls for the best speaker if the polls are ready?
I'll be just initiating within a minute.
Wonderful. So until we have the polls here, so let us continue here going further with the meeting. So the third segment of the Toastmaster is the table topics. And we do have here our what you call our champion table topic person who already has lots of Nokia phones behind him. So I went. Okay, anyways, so fellow Toastmasters, so before going to our table topic session, we have the polls here. So kindly vote for the best speaker. We have all the 3 speakers in front of you. So I believe you all have voted for the best speaker. So our Toastmaster Hussein, who has opened a Nokia shop. So to you, Toastmaster Hussein.
Thank you so much, TMOD Syed. I hope you all will purchase some phones from me tonight. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today we have a very wonderful theme. Just excuse me. How many of you recognize this tone?
Nokia.
Yes, great. So
I had
all of
the
you
Nokia
recognize this.
before.
Sorry?
I had Nokia before.
Wow, that's wonderful. I think all of us must be having one set of Nokia at some point of time.
I had this design, the pink one.
Oh, wow, that's great. So you can purchase one from me. It's available with me now.
I still have
I
it.
never thought I'd see the Nokia again.
So thank you so much, TMOD Syed, for that.
One with mobile shop. I'm the one with mobile.
Yeah.
Let me know if anyone wants Nokia phones.
Please add my commission in that. Okay, I am the one making your sales. Okay. All right. So connecting people. I think when we all heard this tone, it brought a lot of memories back down the lane. So coming back to the table topics, it is one of the most exciting, entertaining, and a challenging session. Table topics helps members practice the art of improvisation and also helps us think on our feet. The topic that I have prepared for you tonight, which are in line with the theme of the day, connecting people, will hopefully help all of us become better at improvisation. Not only the members, but also the guests can participate. So before we begin, I request our timer, dear President Kabiruddin, to call out for the timing guidelines for the table topics session. Over to you, President Kabiruddin.
Yes. Thank you, Table Topic Master Hussein. As general for the table topics, we will be having the topics presented by Toastmaster Hussein. So the timings will be between 2 minutes to 3 minutes. So at 2 minutes, I'll be showing the background with green. And then at 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I'll be showing the background with yellow. And then at 3 minutes, the background would be red. So I repeat, at 2 minutes, it's green. 2 minutes, 30 seconds, it will be yellow. And 3 minutes, it would be red. And I would recommend you all to ping me as a timer. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, President Kabiruddin. So before we start the fun filling session, can I ask the tech moderator as well, our President Kabiruddin, to give me the access to share the screen? And also I would like to request all of our Toastmasters to unmute yourself and please let me know if you want to volunteer. All right?
Toastmaster
Done.
Hussein, can you just check? I hope this
Okay.
sharing
Yes.
works.
Yes, it's working. Great. All right. So I'm sure you all can see the numbers. It's a number game. Is it
Yeah,
visible?
yeah,
Yeah, it's visible.
visible.
All right. So who would like to volunteer in our Nokia theme today?
I would like to go.
I means who is I? Can you name? Sorry.
The shop owner, the telephone shop owner.
All right. Oh, that's great. Oh, what a coincidence. Okay. So the Nokia mobile shop owner. Can you tell your lucky number today?
Number 10 for the love of Tendulkar.
Wow, great. All right. So which is the first Nokia model you used and how did you feel about it? I repeat, which is the first Nokia phone model you used and how did you feel about it? Over to you and all the best.
Which is the first Nokia model you used and how did you feel about it? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, table topic master. Well, this is very interesting topic. In fact, this session makes me nostalgic. I remember there was time when I was very excited about my first phone, and I believe I was in 10th grade. I was in 10th class when I got my first phone, Nokia 6610. Oh, what I tell you, I really get nostalgic. I was very excited, and I remember how much I insisted my parents to get me that phone. And my father come to me one day and he told me, Mursa, your final exams are coming. So better you forget about your phone and focus on your studies. As soon as I got my examinations, I was free from exams and I scored good marks. My parents gifted me Nokia 6610. Feeling, well, how does I feel about it? It's uh, it's totally, I cannot explain. It's beyond words. First, I was really very excited. I used to do a lot of stuff. I used to listen music on it. I used to back then. Phone was a new thing for me, and Nokia 6610 was not only phone but with extra features. It was with extra features like camera, with music, and many new features. I remember I used to play stick cricket. How many of you remember stick cricket game? Yeah, I remember that was the most fun. I think I made a muscles here by playing stick cricket on my Nokia 6610. I really feel nostalgic and I miss those days as well. Also, I used to play Snake, that the Snake game here and here in Nokia. I think that was, yeah, exactly. That was, what do you call, a trademark game from Nokia. So today's session and today's talking about Nokia has really made me nostalgic and I feel great about it. Over to you, table topic master of the day, Mr. Hussain.
Wow, that's great. You can see my phone is this blue one. You can see that 3650. Yeah, that is my first model. And I
Nice,
always
nice.
used to play Snake on that digital Snake, not the black and white
Yeah,
one.
digital
So
snake,
it's
exactly.
amazing.
Digital snake.
Yes, so
On your
you
left
brought back
is
those
600.
nostalgic memories back. Amazing. So who's up next?
Me.
Oh, yes, Toastmaster Asil. Yes, just a minute. Okay. All right. Which is your lucky number, Toastmaster Asil?
Number 4 has my favorite color, pink. So go ahead.
Okay, great. So would you like to live in the era of Nokia phones or smartphones? I repeat, would you like to live in the era of Nokia phones or smartphones? Over to you, Toastmaster Asil. All the best.
Well, that depends on what Nokia used to provide. When I had the Nokia, I still did not know much about social accounts like Facebook. It was when I was a bit older, in middle school, that I was introduced to Facebook, learning how to adjust the social media safely, be on the safe side. You know what I mean? To be honest, I think I would rather be on the smartphone era since it has many amazing games. Sure, I do miss games from Nokia, like Toastmaster Mortaza mentioned the snake game. I was addicted to this game. If only you knew how much I love this game. Still, I had many incredible games. Come on, admit. Who here loves Candy Crush? And who here loves Soda Crush? And those games you usually play on smartphones. So I think I like the games here on smartphones better. But if I had the chance to play the Nokia games all over again, I would go for it. Because when Toastmaster Morteza mentioned the snake game, I was all like, let me the Nokia, I want to play it again. Anyway, if I had to choose, I think I would rather go with the smartphone. I can easily use Instagram, Facebook, Candy Crush, Soda Crush, all the games. You can only play it on smartphone. Still, if you find a way to download the snake game on the smartphone, please let me know. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Wow, that was a really smart answer. And now we know your love for candies. So hopefully you'll get a snake in your smartphone as well. So now I would like one of our guests to volunteer. Is it Toastmaster Simbu? Would you like to volunteer next?
Excuse me, I just want to confirm that timing guideline is 1 to 2 minutes or 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes for evaluator, I think, not for 1 to 2 minutes, right? For table topic, it's supposed to be 1 to 2.
1 to 2 minutes and 30
Sorry,
minutes.
1 to 2 minutes.
Yeah, because I think, it took me long for me to take the.
No, you were there well below it, 2 minutes, 20 seconds.
Yeah, the timing guideline is 1 to 2 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
Great. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Murtada, for the correction. So now we would like our guest, Toastmaster Simbu. Would you like to volunteer next?
Okay. Let me try something.
Or if he's not available, can we have Toastmaster Priyadarshan?
Yeah, let me try. It's okay.
All right, great. So, okay, that's nice. Okay, so now we'll go to this one. Okay, so from the remaining numbers, which one would you like to choose? Toastmaster Priyadarshan.
5. I'll go with 5.
5. Okay, that's great. Do you think smartphones can match the hype of Nokia phones? Do you think smartphones can match the hype of Nokia phones? Over to you, Toastmaster Priyadarshan. All the best.
Thank you, Table Topics Master. Does the smartphones match the Nokia phones? Actually, as I know, for most of the people, Nokia was the first memory of their phone in their lives, because this is where all that started, having the craziness, having of the fame of having a phone. Someone is having, my first one, as I remember, it was, I don't even remember the model, but it was almost weighing a kilo with this much weight. But it doesn't matter because I was the only one having phone back in that time, 2002. So in terms of technology, it's not sure. Definitely Nokia doesn't match with the Nokia. But in terms of an attachment, in terms of as a memory, Nokia will, no mobile can never replace. Even the Motorola, which was there back in time, the LG, the Philips, these were the mobiles which were been grown. Now as the technology has been advanced, we have Apple iPhones, we have Huawei, we have Samsung. But in terms of technology, it might won't match. But in terms of as a relation, in terms of the attachment, Nokia will be always with us with connecting people. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Wow, that was a great answer indeed. Even if I had a choice, definitely this one Nokia is bringing so many memories back. So of course you would like to have Nokia, but yes, smartphones are smartphones, so there's no option left. All right, so who's the next volunteer then? TMOD.
Yeah, okay, then I'm ready.
All right.
I'm
yes,
always
you look ready. Great. So What's your lucky number?
Let me go with number 8.
Number 8. Okay. All right. Better way of connecting people. Virtual meeting on Zoom or physical meeting? Better way of connecting people. Virtual meeting on Zoom or physical meeting? Over to you, TMOD. All the best.
Hmm. I, I'm a person of heart. I always prefer to have physical meetings. If anybody asks me why do I want to have physical meetings? Like virtual gives you a sense like no need to travel, no need to have all this hassle. Just have your internet perfect and you're there. So today we are here in this physical meeting. But actually, you know, I'm here. Alhamdulillah, I love to be. It gives me the ease in my what you call own personal space. But what is the bad thing about virtual meetings? I myself personally I don't like. You might see me, I'm dressed up with a jacket, everything. But when you visit me personally, I'm in shorts. So this is the bad thing about virtual meetings. So, but trust me, when we have a physical meeting, you know the way I want to hug you guys, salam alaikum, greetings, the real feelings, the real environment. So we all are here stuck since 1.5 year in this environment. So I'm just waiting when we are going to open and when we all like going to lead a normal life. I'm it why just for meetings we want to go for virtual? Like we don't have any objections going to a supermarket to do our shopping. We don't have anything going on cycling. We are okay to go for office because the officers are saying come guys, don't need any more virtual, we need real thing, we need real money. So if anybody asks you guys, I will give you a flat, I will give you money, but it will be only virtual. So what would you say? Man, where I'm going to stay in a virtual flat? I need a physical flat. The thing of physical will always be physical. So I say physical. To you, Toastmaster, table topic master.
Wow, that was great. Even I prefer physical because this Zoom is indeed helping us. But yes, physical, there is no match to it. So kudos and a great answer from our TMOD. All right, so who's going next? Sergeant at Arms, Jijo.
Let's also check
All
with our
right.
guest, Mr. Sid.
Yes, uh, our guest, Mr. Simbu, he's available or?
Let me try. Can you
Yes,
hear me?
he's available.
All right, fine. So, all right. So, which number would you like to select?
Number 1.
Number 1. All right. So, one feature of smartphones you would like to have in Nokia and why? One feature of smartphones you would like to have in Nokia phones and why? Over to you. All the best.
Yeah.
It would be better if you can switch on your camera and tell us the
Sure.
story. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. The one thing is, I want to replace the current OS of Nokia, because that is a one. It's a main disadvantage of Nokia. So if you replace that, the latest Apple or Samsung OS, we put it in the Nokia, so Nokia will come up the first thing. So the future, currently the Nokia, they manufactured the old models and everything. The quality wise, it's great and everything, but the technology wise they are not improved up to current trend, as well as they are not fulfill the customer satisfaction. That is the case, they are lose their market. So if we replace the future means, if you replace the OS, it will be great, because even the Google also introduced the mobiles, but they are not up to the reach the market. That is a thing, they are also get a topper position in the mobile world. So the current thing, the Nokia, with the technology, because the currently technology is available with the user friendly, because if you see Samsung, uh, Apple and Samsung, because Samsung is copied the most of the features from Apple itself. But the thing is, even they put the case, even Apple won the case also. But the thing is, the certain things we need to capture from somebody, like other guys. If it is good, we have to take it and accept and run the show. It will be great thing. So we need to replace the OS of Nokia. It will be great. This is my personal opinion. Thank you.
Wow, that was an amazing answer. I mean, you went into the technical aspects of the phone, and you told us why Nokia isn't connecting with people anymore. So kudos to you. Great speech. So now I would like to go to our Sergeant at Arms, Jijo, who is waiting in the wings. Yes. Now
Hi.
is your turn. All right. Which number?
Yes. We'll go for 2.
2. All
Yes.
right. 2. So if Nokia actually helped connecting people, which celebrity would you like to connect with? If Nokia actually helped connecting people, which celebrity would you like to connect with? Over to you. All the best.
Thank you, Tabletop Master TM Hussain. Good evening to all Toastmasters. See, when it comes to Nokia, actually, I'm like an odd one out, actually. I have not used Nokia in the early beginning, The first phone I got was in 2002. Someone gifted me Sony, actually. So most of the time with Sony, actually. Sony replaced with another Sony. But coming to Nokia, recently I bought one, actually, where it was needed a camera without a phone without a camera, because I had to enter some site or somewhere, actually. So the experience with Nokia is something which I have on recent thing only. This is one thing. And the celebrity, what was the question? Like the celebrity whom Nokia is connecting.
Yeah, which celebrity would you like to connect with?
I could say that it could be like our Sachin Tendulkar. That time he was the best, actually. Now we have other options, like maybe even still we cannot compare Sachin with other players, actually, like Virat Kohli or someone, actually. So it was Sachin that time. Everybody was using that. It was the star that time, So as time passes on, things will get replaced with better things. Thank you.
Wow, that's great. So you are a Sony fan, not a Nokia fan. But if you connect with Nokia, you will be able to meet Sachin Tendulkar soon. All right. So, all right. So who's next? Toastmaster Mustafa is smiling. All right. Okay, Toastmaster Mustafa. You have only 4 numbers left. Your lucky number might have gone, but still.
Number 7.
Number 7. Okay. So would you like to use Nokia phones in present times? Would you like to use Nokia phones in present times? A tricky one. All right. Over to you, Toastmaster Mustafa. All the best.
Good evening, everyone. So, as the topic is, would I like to use the Nokia phone in present time? Actually, I would love to, but I know if I will have Nokia, I will do them because I don't know I use smartphone. I will lose the affinity with the people using smartphones. Otherwise, I really love Nokia phones. Those were the really nice days, and I want to go back to the days where we were using 16 MB phones. We did not have 32 GB or 128 GB. We had 16 MB, and we used to survive on those spaces, and that was a great the typing experience, the things like that, and it was easily fitting in the pockets, and so everything, all the experience was so great that I would like to have it now, but is to connect with people. So that's why I would like to stay with the smartphone only. Thank you. Over to you, TPM.
Wow. So that was a diplomatic answer somewhat, but yes, from 16 MB to 1 TB, we have come a long way far. So that's great achievement. And hope now we are having flip, and this Samsung flip is there, so you can easily fit in your pocket. Don't worry. All right. So who's next? Our president. Can you leave the timer and come for the table topics? You will be qualified. Don't worry.
Yes, for sure. I'll keep the timer, by the way, on the phone. So.
All right. So you have just 3 numbers left. 369. Wow. 369.
Okay, I'll go with 6.
Table of 3.
Sorry?
I'll go with 6.
6. Okay. I heard somewhere 3. I don't know.
Because I have a phone now.
It's a table of 3. 369.
Okay. So one feature of Nokia phones, since you have a Nokia phone, so one feature of Nokia phone, you would like to have it in smartphones, and why? One feature of Nokia phones you would like to have in smartphones, and why? Over to you, President Kabiruddin. All the best.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Nokia, even people who didn't know about the brand, what they started with, later they got to know they were a Finnish company who started as a paper manufacturing company. They moved into electronics, manufacturing mobile phones. But any layman knew that Nokia phone had the best quality. You throw it at someone's head, he gets to know the feeling of it, that you were hit by a Nokia phone. Probably today, all the smartphone comes to us and say, we have the toughest glass. It's military certified ratings, drop protection, probably water resistant. But back then, we were staying in the rain. We had a lot of temperature ranges in India. We never knew that what is it. If it got wet, we used to just like home treatment, keep it under rice or dry it with a dryer, hair dryer, and it starts to work. I agree, and I would say that if Nokia can share their competency to all the manufacturers right now, how to manufacture a quality phone, I would be most happy with it. So this is the main crux of it. Nokia means quality. The rest people have already told about it. What were the difference? And Toastmaster Mustafa already shows a dent in the phone. And my time is getting up. So it's back to you, Table Topic Master.
Wow. That's one feature I think everyone would like to agree. In fact, I remember one time I was playing Snake. I was sleeping and I was playing Snake with my Nokia 3310 and it fell on my head, bang, and I had a dent. You can see it's a dent there. See. So Nokia phones are definitely reliable in terms of their quality. So, all right. So do we have any more members left? Any more volunteers? All right. So thank you for having me as the table topics master today. Back to you, TMOD, Syed. Start connecting people.
Thank you, table topic master. So hope we have some business on Nokia also. And where to contact you guys all know. Only in the personal chat, please. Okay. So now going ahead with the most final segment, the evaluation segment. It's called a serious segment, but I don't find any serious thing here. So anyways, so here to continue our segment, I would like to invite Toastmaster Asil, who is our general evaluator for today. So Toastmaster Asil, the podium is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you for having me here again. The meeting is going so good so far. I really enjoyed each of the subjects each speaker chose, especially the humor. We Egyptians take great pride in comedy. So why don't you come join me here in Egypt? You'll see. And come watch the Arab, the Egyptian movies. You're gonna love it. You'll see how much we take great pride in.
Sure, we will do that.
Sure, as Toastmaster Asil, inshallah. When I come, I'll come with my family. Yeah?
Okay, come.
Also.
Okay, come. So let us start with our first segment. I believe we had Toastmaster Mustafa Seb as our first speaker. So let us have his evaluator to come up and give us his feedback. The screen is yours.
Thank you, TMC. TM Mustafa, he has delivered a wonderful speech. It was his level 1 project for presentation mastery. The title of the speech was "Life is so much easy with sense of humor." So easily he delivered the speech, he slipped down it so smoothly. First and foremost, as usual, TM Mustafa always succeed in grabbing the attention of the audience in the first place itself. Today, it was with a picture of Superman, and the answer was a little bit on a twisty way, actually. Okay, this is one thing, actually. And other good thing with TM Mustafa is the rhythm or the speed of his speech, actually. It's in an equal pace it is moving on, actually. He's not in hurry or anything like that. It's in a very rhythmic way he's presenting his speech. As usual, it was organized, actually. It had a very good introduction, a body content was there, and a closure was also in a good way he has presented it with a quote at the closure. On the other side, actually, I would like to some suggestion on his improvement is like, today it was little difficult for us to hear. His voice was not that audible, actually. The way the screen presence was good, actually, but the voice was not that audible. And the second thing, one of the main thing was, it was like his hands was tied off, actually. There was no movement, no body gestures was not shown, actually. Overall, it was a wonderful speech. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jijo. Great evaluation. Now let me call out our second evaluator. Screen is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Seal. Once again, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Leadership is a combination of set of skills. Wow, that's definitely a different meaning of leadership. Toastmaster Murtaza, he started his speech with a bang. He clearly explained us the importance of leadership, especially the example of lion and sheep. He went on with the different leadership skills and very smartly helped us discover what his leadership style is. So kudos to you for delivering such a great speech. However, I feel there is some room for improvement which you can work upon to make your speech even on a next level. So firstly, though you were formally dressed, you had great body movements, great hand gestures, but I felt that you could have used your screen a bit in a better way. I think you were a bit far enough and more of your background was visible than you. So it was difficult to maintain eye contact and all. So that it's if you can adjust your screen and you can cover up yourself, so it would be more engaging. Second thing I felt is like when you were explaining the different types of leadership styles, I think you hurried up a bit, just one sentence so what happened is when we as an audience, when we are listening to it, we are not able to differentiate between different leadership styles. It all felt like same. So if you could have elaborated a bit on those styles, though it would have taken more time, but still it would have been clear for all of us, and we could have defined our leadership styles with it. So you could have elaborated a bit. And one thing I felt which I missed is the interaction. You missed that interaction part in your speech. Audience engagement is always great to have, so you could add that interaction to make your speech even better. So all in all, a great speech. with some great examples and a very good script, very well delivered and very clearly delivered. But you got to use your screen better, and audience interaction is a must. Means it can engage audience and it will be taking your speech to another level. So back to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Seal.
Thank you for your great evaluation, and I want to give you a stand-up ovation for taking 2 roles here in the meeting. Now
Thank you so much.
Now let me call out one and final evaluator who will evaluate us, Mr. Kabir. Screen is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. My target speaker, Mr. Kabir. Can you, okay, he's a timer, so unfortunately can't open the camera. It's fine. So the first thing I like about the speech was you started with a question. The question which creates an interest, which engages the audience, is always good. And you choose such a question which we are all connected in one or other way, the sports. So the second best thing for the speech is you took the standing position. It was admirable. So the purpose of the speech is you need to explain how as a protege has helped you in your previous experience or as in Toastmasters, and what are the things you had improvised over the time. So it was a very narrow topic and you handled it very well. You make sure the point, your very clarity to the coach, the difference between explaining the difference between the coach and mentor. There is a very, very narrow line between both the mentor and coach, and you had done the job perfectly. So you make sure you engage the audience, which is very good, because all throughout your speech, you are giving a very, very good examples. The way you related the sports to into reality life, it was amazing. Like the mentoring, which from the you directly related to the teachers, like a syllabus. It was simply out of the box. So apart from that, the purpose of your project has been perfectly maintained throughout the speech. But what I feel, what can be improvised, a little things are, use the hand gestures. That is very good. Throughout the speech, you are using the hand gestures, but a little more vocal variety would have made more, it have made add humor as well as engaging. Like the moment when you were saying that how Alan was speaking with you. You can try to imitate Alan voice. We all love Alan. Hey, Kabir, how are you? Something like that. So it generate fun. At the same time, your vocal variety will be there. Then you didn't use the floor space. So when you're speaking, like as I was saying before example with the Alan, you can just turn this side and you can change this side so that you can use, you'll be using the space. And the camera angle, it was fine. It was definitely good, but always try to have a camera which is your head level so that it will be straight into the camera. It was good angle, but it can be better. And the last thing which I would say is you finished your speech in 6 minutes 25 seconds, and we have, at least I would say, we have 45 seconds more time, so you can use the pauses in between. Take a breath, have a smile, go ahead, take a breath, have a smile. So that way it will be more engaging. Overall, the purpose of your level has been perfectly fulfilled, and you come out with a bonus. Congratulations, Kabir. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priya, Toastmaster of the day. That is a very cute boy you have there. He's so adorable.
Thank you.
Shall I call out the grammarian? Should I call the grammarian, or should we have best vote for best evaluators?
You can call on the grammarian. Maybe by that time we can have the timer qualified and we'll do the voting.
Okay, Toastmaster Morteza, I want to give you stand-up ovation. You also took 2 roles today. Good job. The screen is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator, and welcome back all. Today we had amazing meeting, and well, the word of the day was affinity. It was easy word, though I expected it more, but usage was not very much. Toastmaster Syed mentioned the word twice. Toastmaster Mustafa used once, and our president Toastmaster Kabiruddin used it once. Regarding phrases and words which I felt were good usage were stage on fire, back in time, isolate, surreal, taboo, aligned, nostalgic, and crux. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Morteza, and again, great job taking
You
over
missed one.
those
I think you
roles.
missed one of the best one.
Now,
Sorry?
I
help.
think you missed the best one. The army of sheep with the leader of lion.
Thank you.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Your voice is lagging though.
Okay, good job, Toastmaster Morteza, and good job taking over two roles. Now let
Thank
us
you.
hear. Now let us hear our feedback from today's counter. Screen is yours.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, good evening once again. So first and foremost, I don't find too many. So I would like to have you all applaud yourself for a wonderful day out there, because the importance of our counter is fading like Nokia mobiles, because none of them are using us and ours, and because everybody doing really well, but still I went deep inside and found two from TM Hussain and two from TM Murtaza. It was performance. I think you guys have features of CUT. Thank you.
Is he done?
Yes, General Evaluator, also one thing, the polls for the table topics are ready. If you wish, I can just raise it.
Yeah, I'm not much in a hurry, so we can have the poll for best table topic and best evaluator, and then I'll give you all my feedback, okay?
Sure. Let me know when it is to be raised, I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah, we can have the polls, President.
After this, let's vote for the best evaluator.
Another 5-6 seconds more, I'll be closing this.
Are we done with voting for best table topic?
Yes, the next poll will be there for the evaluators.
Okay. Let me know when everyone has voted so I can give you all my GE feedback.
Yes, general evaluator, it's done. The polls are done.
Okay, sorry for the delay. I must admit, here, I'm gonna give you all my feedback now. I must admit, I really love the theme. When Job Danielle invited me, I didn't know the theme was until today. I was all like, wow, connecting with everyone. That actually relates to me since you guys are connecting to me in Cairo here. I liked how the president talked about connecting with people in general, not just here in Toastmaster, when someone needs help. Even here on Facebook, there's so many fundraiser. I cannot discount how many they are, but it helps connect with people to help everyone. I loved how the Toastmaster of the day welcomed the guests, introduced the theme, and I thought it was funny, the whole irony thing, how the social media is connecting us, but it's actually disadvantage at the same time. Like how he introduced the speakers, and I really loved this first speaker. The humor leadership was really great. Nice work connecting leadership, coaching with leadership. Toastmaster Kabir, you actually decided to mention the second speaker in your speech, connecting it. Even not sure if it was planned or not, but nice job. Toastmaster Hussein, you really brought back so many great memories with the whole Nokia thing. I was actually remembering the snake, and thank you, Toastmaster Mortaza, for reminding me of my favorite game here in Nokia. Interesting quotes and great having flashbacks. Good job, Toastmaster Hussein and Toastmaster Mortaza, for taking two roles at the same time. I actually done it plenty of times. Evaluators, great job being positive and giving areas of improvement. And good job, grammarian accounter, for giving the reports. I really wish the Job Daniel was here so I can thank him personally for inviting me here in the meeting, but I'll just thank him here on WhatsApp between me and him. Thank you all for having me. Hopefully I can be a speaker here next meeting. And back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asil. It's always pleasure having you all. It's been a really wonderful meeting, connecting people. So what do we learn from Nokia? The rise and the fall of this brilliant phone. What's the learning here? There should be a learning at the end of the day, each and everything. The only thing that we come to learn here is change. There is nothing permanent except change. And how this change comes? Through learnings. We need to learn each and every day. The only thing that Nokia did a small mistake was that it didn't change according to the time. Similarly in Toastmasters, why Dreamweavers like Toastmaster Azil like to come here, give a speech, become general evaluator? Why? Because like we do the change, we Dreamweavers, we bring in, we put all the efforts, the ESCOM members, everyone, we work, we want to bring something new every time to a meeting to refresh our meetings. So our meetings, like the next meeting that would be there, would not be the same. And how does this comes? This comes with a small letter word called responsibility. So fellow Toastmasters, responsibility, is the only thing in this whole world that cannot be given. It's always taken. So I believe we all Toastmasters take on that responsibility and strive to become the better person every day. So here I'm coming to the end of this today's session of my role as Toastmaster of the day. I'd like to thank you all, each and every member who are here, for giving me this opportunity and this experience. I surely would like to have your feedbacks so I improve every day in my day of living and in Toastmasters. So I surely I might have made some mistakes. I'm willing to learn from my mistakes and take this responsibility. So I hand over this podium to the president of this club, Toastmaster Kabiruddin. So Toastmaster Kabiruddin, the podium is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Syed. You have done a fantabulous job of taking a role, connecting people. We have a limited audience today, but we need more people. And before let I go further and talk for a minute or two, because leaders talk for a minute or two. We have one more poll pending, that is for best role player. And I would like to launch the poll. Please, let's finish the poll in seconds, and then I will continue later. So here we go with the best role player. Thank you for the poll. And yes, also, September was a month of renewing of our membership. From the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank you, everyone who have renewed their membership. Learning comes when you actually invest money. YouTube is always free, but we can't learn 100% from YouTube because we are not investing money. 2 days back, my manager told me, Kabir, there is one more platform on Microsoft called Microsoft BI. You don't have to work on Excel sheets, which are more than 100 MB, 200 MB for the sales dump. Use Microsoft BI. I went to YouTube, started searching. There are videos from 10 minutes to 2 hours, 4 hours. But by the time I could even reach 15 minutes, I got bored of it. So then I asked the help of one of my colleagues. Her name is Jomi Joseph. I asked, can you just teach me what is Microsoft BI? How can I work into it? How can I upload data, share it? It seems to be very automated process than, filtering out all the Excel sheets. That is where, the coaching, the mentoring had come into picture. Now we have invested money. We know that we need to attend these sessions. And the colleague is not their Toastmaster job, but he did a fantabulous job again, calling in one of the guests and also Toastmaster VP Education from Mangaf Communicators, Toastmaster Priyadarshan. I thank both of them for joining for today's session. So indeed, it was a great evening. We all have to start our work tomorrow until next 2 weeks, but let's prepare a nice theme. Let's call them in again so that they also, like our club and support us as well, because we all at Toastmasters are united. And to your point, to Toastmaster of the day, Syed, Toastmaster is a platform where you do mistake and there is no penalty for doing a mistake. If you would have done the same mistake in your job, at your home, with your wife, with your kids, things would have been entirely different. I did mistake today. I never prepared for my speech, but I tried to learn because I wanted to become an impromptu speaker. So it's a very great platform. Let's do mistake here. Let's take the feedback. Whatever feedbacks have come today, let's improvise again. Okay. With this, I would like to call on the award session. So Toastmaster Murtaza, are the awards ready?
Yes, ready.
Okay. Can we have the first award for the best speaker?
Can I have the screen share, please?
Just 1 second. Yep, you're good to go.
Yes.
Wow, you gave a very humorous thing. Thank you, Toastmaster Mustafa. Very, very nicely done. I actually love the part of Rajnikant back there. I believe it was stuck for me, but I wanted to see what Rajnikant actually did in that scene. But congratulations to you. Keep up the good job. And I'm happy that you keep winning from me. You take my picture over there, it's okay. And thank you. You took the prize tonight. So what about the next award? What we have? Congratulations again. Wow. Thank you, VP Education, Toastmaster Priyadarshan. Thank you for joining in. And indeed, yes, I too love the way you said the table topic. We all are new. You know, all the Toastmaster faces you see over here, probably they are there from Jan 2021. So we all are new. We are a new group. Come in anytime, join us. And I would also like to, probably in the next meeting, you take up one of the speeches. We would like to hear from you. How will you do it? So we would like to learn from you. I believe everyone's reaction is yes. So we will call you after 2 weeks, join us, and we would love to hear from you. Thank you once again. Toastmaster Murtaza, the next award. Best Evaluator. Yes, Toastmaster Hussein. You have opened up a mobile shop back there, but then staying at the mobile shop, you have actually given us the correct background of the speaker. It was very nice indeed. And I'm happy that you're also developing yourself. Don't take this award as once in all for all. Keep building on these milestones. Let these awards be there when you are participating as an area or a district or as a region. So this is for every one of us. And lastly, for the role player, none other than Toastmaster Syed. Toastmaster Mustafa, instead of my face next time, please use Toastmaster Syed so that you can take the word from him next time. Thank you, Toastmaster Syed. Indeed, connecting people was one of the good thing. This is what is required right now. You have a lot of information available about what is happening with the flights, but you try to call in a guy who has actually experienced it to get the real information. Is it open? Do you need a PCR test? Because there are too many news, fake news, good news, blunt news, all these things. Rightly said, we have to connect people. Thank you for that. Thank you everyone. I would also like to thank Toastmaster Asil taking out her time right from Cairo. I believe she will be having some mulakhia out there or hummus and nice kebabs out there, but
I actually
with a
had
lot of
mulahia
candies.
today. I actually had mulahia today.
See, so that was really good. I would like to have some feedback from you. How was a session? How's it? Is there any improvements?
Yeah, there was really nice improvement, and I don't want to make you look. Hope I'm not making you look bad, but when Toastmaster Daniel was inviting me, he was making me sound like a lifesaver. Felt like you guys are missing a few role players. So don't worry, it happens a lot. Even in my club, it's happened so many times. So I understand how this feels, which is why I was ready to take over the role. But of course, I had to check my schedule with so many relatives visiting us. I had to make the time for it. But don't worry, I managed to make the time. So thank you for having me. I really enjoyed the theme, especially the table topic session. And congratulations to all winners. You all deserved it. Congratulations.
Thank you, General Evaluator Asin. Thank you for taking our time. And some words from our VP Education, not our VP Education, VP Education Toastmaster Priyadarshan. How did you like it? because you guys will be doing differently. And please send us the invite in the group so that, you know, we will also love to join your group and have a look at it. How are the sessions?
Sure, it was definitely a great session, and the way Toastmaster Syed maintained as a Toastmaster of the day, it was commendable. You will make sure you engaged all the audience. That is one thing as a Toastmaster of the day, you have to make sure, and you have done your job perfectly. And you are definitely the winner for the best role played for the day. And as Toastmaster Kabir said, yes, nowadays, not just your meeting, most of the meetings, and not just in Kuwait, in Bahrain, I was attending, the members has been drastically dropped. So Zoom has been, somehow we are surviving, but on a long run, it is not a one. We need a physical meetings. We want physical. That's how we survive. So in the meantime, we need to motivate the people and just need to push the people for these meetings, and whether the VP education and as a president, you know more than this anyone. It's not an easy job. We need to, every time we have to make sure, find the role players, find them, asking the people to come, following up them. And I don't feel any difference between our meeting and your meeting. We are both from the District 20, and we almost like we can say, I follow almost the same protocol, the way you guys done in the prepared speeches, table topics, and the evaluations. Overall, it was a great meeting, and Toastmaster Asil has given a wonderful evaluation all the way from Cairo. Thank you, Toastmaster Asil, and it was nice seeing you, catching you up after a long time, I guess. What do you, Toastmaster Kabir?
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyadarshan. By the way, our meetings are first and third every Saturday of the month. So we'll be sharing you the links. Do join in whenever you're free. I know you will be also taking time with your family, and thanks for joining in. One last, the only guest from National Bank of Kuwait. I have my account with them. So
Waiting for the gift card.
yes, Mr. Silambarasan Mohan. I hope I pronounced correctly. How did you like this session? How did you feel it? Because, you know, this is a place where you can learn. You can be technically very sound, but don't become like the IIT professors who have everything over here and but they can't convey the message. That would they cause blunder. So, Mr. Silambarasan, how did you like the session? And we request you to join Toastmasters, improve your communication. We will support you. You're muted, Mr. Silambarasan.
Session was nice because I didn't expect it will be, because I imagined something like it will be different, but it's something I imagined something else, but it totally different, nice one. I love it, the way of people are doing things. So I want to improve. That is the way my intention and my goal as well. Nice. I like it. I will join it and give me your feedbacks and things to improvise my things, because as you said, technically I'm strong. That is the same thing. I want to improve my communication skills to reach my goals in career growth. That is my intention. So thank you for job. Daniel invited me. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Sabir.
Don't worry, Mr. Silambarasan. I'm also a product manager as well as a technical manager for my company. So I know your task. When you're technically sound, you need to communicate it to the team. And unless the communication doesn't go well, the information is useless. So as you have seen today, our Toastmaster of the day, the complete 2 hours, he was presenting. So you learn presentation skills, engaging people. Toastmaster Mustafa, he presented the slides. So you will learn again the presentation skills. There were other evaluators. You will learn the evaluation skill on how to give feedbacks. And then table topics is impromptu. Suddenly the manager comes in and asks you a question. How do you answer in points so that he takes the points and doesn't ask you too many questions? So these are the very good ways. In one meeting, you learn all these 4 things. Before me, you can chat in our team, you can call up our Toastmasters, ask them, get their experience, how were they before Toastmasters, how are they now? But I'll tell you, don't worry about it. Don't start to invest time with Toastmasters. Second meeting, let us onboard you. You can start to give the icebreaker. We will coach you. I personally will support you how to, go about things. And we are there as a team to mentor you. I will coach you and other teams will mentor you. We are taking up a leadership skill now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, thank you. You explained very well for coaching and coach and mentor. Nice one. Yeah. I need a best coach. I need a best coach as well as mentor as well. I need a coach. Now the
Don't worry,
situation
we are there for you. We are there for you.
yeah.
No issues with that.
President, can we have the photo? Maybe guests might be
Yes.
leaving.
Toastmaster Seal, just one last time. Can you switch on the camera? We can have a photo. So
Let's
who
have this
asked
pose,
Nokia
connecting
who's
people.
taking it? Connecting people.
This
Who's
pose,
taking it, by the way?
connecting people.
Okay, I'll just take it 1 second. Just give me a second. 1, 2, 3, go. Thank you.
Hi guys.
Toastmaster.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Good night. Take care. Let's meet up after 2 weeks.
Good night. Have a great
Good night.
day ahead.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you all.
Thanks a lot, everyone.